everybody, good morning. This is Michelle of Creative Operation, and I just wanted to share with you some fun little projects that I made inspired by Which Craft Do You Do? And I will have a link down to her channel, and I just wanted to share with you what I made based on what she made. Her inspiration was amazing. I just love it. She had these bobbin tag charms recently in December of 2025. And unfortunately, I cannot buy them because she's in Australia and they currently cannot ship to the US. So I was like, what am I going to do? So I tried to kind of, do my own thing, and I ended up doing a couple different things. I just wanted to share with you what I did. So her particular bobbin charm, she had these pieces that you could purchase, and you put some sort of a picture or something like that, and you wind floss or string or twine or whatever you want around it, decorate it. It's really fun. She has a really great tutorial, and again, that's linked down below. But so I decided to try to make some on my own. So I bought these tags. They were from the dollar store, and they're very cute and small. And I think, I'm trying to find my ruler here. I'll give you some measurements here. These measure approximately 1 5/8 by 2 3/4. And so you can get them in white, you can get them in craft color. And so I picked some up and I thought, well, these would work. So then what I did to make the indents for the actual bobbin piece was I took one of my square punches and I just measured up 1/4 of an inch and made a tick mark, and then just punched a little edge out of each side. So then that way I could wind my twine. So I did that. I used some Tim Holtz pictures, wound the twine. I used some little mini snippets from my collection of Tim Holtz stuff to secure them. I glued those right on top, and that secures them. And then I added ball pins and buttons and little things. So this was the first one that I made. I made this one. So I added little Tim Holtz little bead charms, some buttons from my stash, and some of his little pictures. This one has little butterflies there. This lovely lady has that. Hope you can see. It's real cute. So I made 4 of these. Super fun, fast, and easy. So I just punched the shapes, inked the edges, put the picture down, wound the twine around, glued the little snippet on top, and then just decorated the top how I wanted it. So those were the first 4 that I made. And then I thought, well, I wonder what else I could do. So then I went to Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby had these bigger spools, and I was looking for something else actually, and I saw these and I was like, these would work too. So I went to Hobby Lobby, picked these up, ink the edges, and then I wound the twine through, and then I just used the actual slit in here to secure the ribbon, but then I also did glue a piece on the top. So again, the bulb pin with the button, and then some snippets up here, and then I did add these cute little clips from Tim Holtz that I had in my stash. I just added those. So I ended up making 4 of those. Those little, I like the idea of this, but sometimes they're in my way. So there's number 2, and then there's number 3. And these, I had these cute little buttons that I just put through. I thought those were fun. So that's the second set that I made. Okay, so again, these were actually from Hobby Lobby, and they're actual spools. So I just wound the twine just halfway up so I could still have a picture or something underneath. And then the last thing I did was I grabbed an old time card that I had in my stash for my junk journaling, and I just created a little tag shape and did kind of the same thing. So these I ended up cutting. They are about 3 3/4 by, 2 by 3 3/8, excuse me, 2 by 3 3/8. Then I punched an eyelet and just used some lace through this one, just some fibers that I had laying on my desk. So again, I did the same thing. I used my punch to punch the bobbin pieces, and then just wound some, this one I used white twine, I think, on all of them, and then secured them with these little snippets. Again, these are all Tim Holtz embellishments, and then I just used buttons on this one just to kind of decorate. So I made 4 of these, and these are out of just an old paper time card that I have in my junk journal stash. So I ended up making 4 of those. So I just wanted to share that and give a shout out to Which Craft Do You Do, because that's where I got the inspiration for all of these things. And unfortunately, I couldn't get the bobbins from her shop. But she does have digitals that you can buy, so you can create other things, but I couldn't get the physical bobbins. So I just wanted to share with you some other ideas. I've been on a massive junk journal roll lately. I've just really been into it. It's funny how you know, I have so many other crafts going on, you know, because I crochet, I do all kinds of stuff, but I have been in a real big junk journal mode lately, and I've been just going crazy with seeing stuff. And this came across my YouTube channel, and I wanted to share it with you. This was inspired by True Joy Home and Studio, and she did a YouTube video just a couple days ago, July 1st. And I will put this on the you know, link down below. You can go see her altered index cards. Really fun to make. And what I really liked about them is that they're like patchwork paper that I like to do with like big layouts and stuff. Same concept. You're just going to use your scraps up and make these cards. And the fun part about them is that you use index cards. She uses index cards. Now, some of these I did blank on the back, but others I have lined on the back. So you can do your journaling. And you just take your scraps and go ahead and, you know, layer them, decorate them, and then you have cute little inserts ready to go for your junk journals. So I just thought I'd share these with you. I think they're really super cute. I used pattern papers from 49 and Market that I had little bits left over. I don't even remember what the collection was. They were kind of in a stack. But then I also had some of the embellishments here too from 49 and Market. So I just went to town doing that. I used a tab punch at the top to create a tab. So you take a 4x6 journal card, cut it in half so it's 3x4, and you know, of course, you can do any size you want, and you just layer your pattern papers on there. Now, she did some faux stitching with her ink pen. I just inked mine, but you know, again, you can sew on these, you can do whatever you want. But they're fun, cute, and I just thought I'd share with you how mine turned out. And then go check out her channel for her full tutorial. This one I had some diagonal papers left over, and so I decided to do a diagonal layout. I think I did a couple of those. But I just used these little bitty scraps up, and they came out gorgeous. And again, these papers are 49 in Market that I had left over. And they're just so cute. So I have all these little laser die cuts that I kind of tried to use some of those up. And I just think it turned out really pretty. So I ended up making 8 of them, and they just turned out so beautiful. Did you see this one? So this big piece of paper had the flower, so I just had to put the butterfly there. So that's what I wanted to share with you today, and give a shout out to True Joy Home and Studio. Go check out her video, because these are super fun, very easy, really nice when you really don't know what you want to make, but you want to make something. Grab your scraps, make some journal cards to throw in your junk journals when you're making them, okay? So I'm going to add these to my stash of things that I want to use in my upcoming junk journals that I want to make. So I saw this first on Pinterest, which led me to a YouTube video that I will have a link down below. It is by Dana Daniels, and she is with Hither and Yon Studio. She did a video short back last year in July, and somehow I ran across it and I saw it. I had to do it. It is the coolest thing ever. She does have a tutorial, so go check that out. I'm not going to do the tutorial for you, but go check that out. The link is down below. I just wanted to show you what I made and what these do. They are so cool. So I did get my Tim Holtz stash out and create these, and they are so fun. So I also used some coffee dyed papers that I had, and this is a tag shape, and again, mine ended up turning out to be 3 by 5 1/4 by the time I got done. But the cool part about this is that it comes out and it folds out into this really nice journaling spot. And I used some, I didn't have some coffee dyed papers done when I made these. And so I had these calendar pages, but they're blank on the front. So I thought these are going to work. But then it has a little tuck here, and you just tuck it under there and everything stays nice and contained, but it has this really cool fold out feature. And I just love that. But in her tutorial, she also uses the bottom part of this tag piece and you create a pocket on the back. So on each of the tags, I have made a pocket and I've put in some Tim Holtz ephemera that I've been hoarding. On this one, I just took the piece and folded up and created a second pocket. So super cute, decorated up here with some snippets, decorated down here with some of the ephemera that he has, and it's just gorgeous. So I wanted to share this with you. So pretty, so pretty. And again, you just take this bottom part and fold it out, and you've got this really awesome journaling spot that tucks up into this. So you can, you know, if you don't put a pocket on the back, you can glue it to a page. You can tuck these in pockets. Just super cute. Paper clip them on something. Love how they turned out. So I just wanted to share this with you and give her a shout out because this really inspired me, and it was super easy to do. And I had so much fun doing it. And I just love the fact that you have like all this extra journaling space kind of hidden away so you can have your secret journaling. So that's what I wanted to share with you. So go to the link below, Dana Daniels on Hither and Yon Studio. Check out the video that she did. She shows you how to put this together, and just wanted to share this with you. These are going to go in my junk journal stash, and pretty soon I've been building up my stash of things to put in junk journals. Pretty soon I'm going to actually make a junk journal with all of these things that I've been making that you guys have been seeing over the last several weeks. I have one more thing I want to share with you. So this is a really cool little fold out journal spot that I found on Instagram by Megan Quinlan, and she just did it back in June of this year, 26, and I was super intrigued with what she did, and I had to play with it, and it was super fun to do. So these are little journaling spots that fold out, and they use, you know, cut aparts or die cuts. She draws these amazing little, I wish I could draw. I can't draw. She can draw. You have to go check it out. It's really cool, but I can't draw. So what I was trying to do is like, I'm trying to use my elements from my stash. I'm trying to get rid of some stuff. And I had these pieces. These are all from Hobby Lobby, and they came in some ephemera packs. And I thought, well, I need to make some of these and use them in my junk journal. So I dug through like my stash of stuff. I picked out some travel kind of theme stuff, and then I also went through, I have just a huge amount of paper clips to keep them close. So I went ahead and did paper clips to keep them close. So they're really fun. So basically what it is you take a die cut or a ephemera piece or whatever you're going to use, and you cut it in half. Okay, and then you use the paper clip to close, because one side will be kind of glued to your page, but then what happens is it folds out into a journal spot. Is that not the coolest thing ever? So this is what it looks like on the back. So you glue part of it here, okay, on the back here, and you glue the other part here, and then you just fold it up, and it folds up on itself, and then you have this really cool journal spot. I mean, is this not the neatest thing or what? And then I grabbed these paper clips here, and you just clip them, and that keeps them closed, right? So I made a bunch. I made a lot. I mean, super fun. I used some coffee dyed paper scraps that I had on my desk. I used, you know, this one here was a calendar page. Didn't quite clip that all the way, but there you go. Okay. This one here, I just folded it to the opposite side so that it'll open this way. Is that not the funnest thing ever? Funnest, is that a word? I don't even know. I don't know. I'm using my weird words today. I'm tired. It's morning, and I'm trying to get some videos done. So here's another one. I mean, aren't these cute? Now, I can further embellish the tops, but I just wanted to kind of make a bunch, and then I got excited, and I want to share with you. And then I ended up making one that opens to the bottom, and I cut it not quite at the middle, and it still works. Look at that. Is that not cool or what? I mean, I just love how these turned out. This one here, little skinnier here, but check it out. You have such great journal spots that you can do. It's just so much fun and super easy. So this is what it looks like at the top. You can kind of see, and then it just glues, and you don't even have to glue it all the way to the back. You just need a tab just to glue the 4 panels on the inside. Isn't that not cool? And then you can fold them either to this side so it opens this way, or you can fold it to this side so it opens this way. Whatever you want in your journal, it's up to you. I just think that's so cool. This one is the Eiffel Tower. I went ahead and did that up and down. I love it. You guys, this is really cool. I had fun making these. I had to kind of stop myself because I was like, I could make a ton of these, and they were super easy. Grab a piece of coffee dyed paper and a couple, and you know, ephemera pieces, and you can go to town making these. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. These are all the ones that I made. Go check her out. Again, Megan Quinlan, at Megan Quinlan Studio on Instagram. I'll have a link down below so you can see. Love how these came out. So thank you so much for watching. Take care, stay crafty, and I will see you again soon. All right, bye-bye.